Welcome, everybody, to Be Kind and Rewind with Ruckus, your only nostalgia stop on Premier Streaming Network, where we invite pro wrestlers, athletes, MMA fighters, actors, actresses, notable personalities, and musicians to come on and talk all things retro, movies, toys, games, and music. I'm your host, Mikey Ruckus. Joining me to my right, my co-host, Keeping It Will. Will, how you doing this week?
Just here so I don't get sued. Contract.
I'm gonna let you know right now that catchphrase is not gonna get over. So think of a different one.
It's not
just
meant
so
to get
you
over.
know.
It's not meant to get over.
I would expect nothing less from my assistant. Joining us this week is a very special guest. You know him on the indie scene, making big things happen, making moves. He is none other than SUGE D, Sugar Dunkerton. How you doing this week?
I'm doing so great. Oh my God, is this Pan-African World Championship recognized by the official PWI magazine, like blocking my shot? Is it blocking my shot? You gotta go over here. Yeah.
Gotta run in.
I can't even see now. I was just blinded by that.
Listen, you know?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Gotta get it in. Gotta get it in when you can.
Yeah.
Love it, bro. How are you?
I'm doing really good, man. This year has been really good to me and fulfilling on like a personal and a professional level. And I'm just hoping that we keep that kind of wave going, man. Plus, I got the new computer in the mail. It's going to be coming up. So that means when I'm not getting booked, I ain't trying to hear from nobody. Baldur's Gate 3, Armored Core, Fires of Rubicon. That's what we on. I don't want to hear nothing. Okay? That's what we on.
I love it.
Nice.
And I don't fault you one bit at all.
Oh yeah, like big deal PC gamer off like out of the ring.
SUGE D has chosen a movie that is actually near and dear to my heart for us to do a retro review of this week. The 1986 animated film Transformers the movie.
Shout out Stan Bush. You got the power.
Stan Bush, Vince DiCola. There's so like not just the music, but the iconic voices. And just an amazing movie all the way around. Keeping It Will watched this for the first time last year.
Oh,
we actually did a full watch along. He had never seen it.
I wasn't ready for it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I teared up at the end. I was like, wait, what is going on here?
Crazy,
I was not ready for that movie at all.
Like this movie and the G.I. Joe movie, it's a complete shell shock if you just watch the animated series and then they just throw you into the movie. It's like, oh my God, what's happening? There's smoke coming out of the thing. People are dying. And like, you're so used to shots just missing that like people are actually getting hit and there's blood and oh my God.
Yeah, it's like in the cartoon series, the TV series, people would get hit and knocked down or miss. It's like 3,000 shots go off and nobody gets hit and you live to fight another day. And Transformers the movie really shocked, a generation of kids. And
absolutely.
The studio thought they were making a great move by killing off these characters. And really what they ended up doing is they essentially killed the brand for a good while and scarred, it had to be millions of young kids for life. With the death of Optimus Prime.
I think they said they went that route in the movie because they were trying to not only some shock value, but they were also trying to get over some new toys. Exactly. So you had to get some people out the way to get some new things in the way. But like, you don't appreciate it when you're younger, but if you watch it later, it's like, oh my God, they took a risk and they went all in and it was awesome. It's like, if we put it in wrestling terminology, it's like, imagine your top babyface and you just take him completely off the board as a booking decision.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm counting on this hot young babyface, Hot Rod, to carry us to the mountaintop. And he did. And it was great. And it was awesome, man.
But as the kids would say, I wasn't ready.
No. Weren't parents walking out of the theater on that one?
So
because the kids were bawling and crying, they just were not prepared for it.
I'll tell you this. I actually went and saw it in the theater when it came out. My best friend and I, my dad and my uncle and my cousins. And when Megatron bust through and started hitting, they were getting popped. And I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I saw homie's shoulder got blown open.
And the smoke coming out.
Wait a minute.
Smoke coming out of their
What's
mouth
happening here? I've been watching this TV show for 2 years, and these guys are just dying right in front of us. And
he was murking.
Yeah, and Megatron was nasty. gunshot to the face to end the scene, killing Ironhide. And we were
Evil,
like,
pure evil.
Didn't old buddy turn into the pistol? And then, like, he turned into, like, the super blicky?
Yeah.
And then he just started going off, like, Chicago style on everybody. Just like, bop, bop. It was direct in, like, the place, man. It was crazy, yo.
And then the final line, no! And he's standing over him, such heroic nonsense. Boom!
Yeah, man. And that was the hole that got busted in the ship, so that when people saw what was going on, it's like, hold on, what's going on? And then they saw it through there. My first time honestly seeing this, so I have a weird memory of how I remember things because of physical media. So, like, my first memory that I can ever remember, period, is WrestleMania 5, and that's Hogan Savage. Mm-hmm. I was born, not to give away my age, but it's whatever. I'm still fabulous at this age. I was born in '85.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things that people will be like, how do you have such a vivid knowledge of this, and that wasn't even really technically your era? Through the magic of a little thing known as VHS, specifically the BASF SLP 6-hour tape.
Yeah.
I have military parents, so, like, anytime I saw BASF, I always knew I was in for a good time, because that was Denver the Last Dinosaur. That was Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. That was Robotech, like OG Robotech. Uh-huh. That was, WWF or NWA pay-per-views. You never knew what you were going to get. And on one particular one, it was a yellow label one at the very end. It had Transformers the movie on the end. And I guarantee you that's probably the most watched movie I've ever seen in my lifetime, because I feel like I watch that movie every day. Sometimes I would watch it 3 times. A lot of it was because I'm addicted to the soundtrack. And that started my joy of being able to completely remember a scene from a movie just based off of the music that was playing in the background.
Yes.
And I gotta tell you, man, it's like I went through a range of emotions, and I just kept wanting to go through them over and over and over every time I saw it. Like, that movie doesn't wear on me whatsoever. I love it.
No, and the amazing thing about the soundtrack itself, Stan Bush and Vince DiCola, I mean, they knew how to get you fired up when they needed to. And they knew how to pull emotion out of you when they needed to, like the death scene with Prime, or Nothing's Gonna Stand in Our Way, when Hot Rod and Cup are underwater being attacked by all the Sharkticons.
The Sharkticons. Yo, and the thing is, Vince DiCola is also responsible for my favorite Rocky soundtrack, which was Rocky 4. Yes. That has some bangers on there too. But, like, I mean, you can just go anywhere on this movie and you're gonna wind up in something awesome. Like, you've got Unicron's theme. You have, the original Transformers theme, that's Lion. Yep. You've got Spectre General. I think with what's good, Hunger. Did they do Hunger?
Yes.
Yes. So they did Hunger. I think it was the NRG is somewhere on there too. But Weird Al Yankovic going crazy on Dare to Be Stupid.
Uh-huh.
Stan Bush, of course, with Dare, and you got the touch anyway.
Yep.
There are no weak links on the soundtrack at this at all. No. Like, the guitars are chopping. It's a wonderful thing. It's just a wonderful thing, man. I love it.
And it's crazy because they pulled a lot from the TV show cues, and turned them into something completely different while adding original content, musical content to do the storytelling. So it did tie in the TV show as well. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you bring up a great point. The soundtrack really drove home, I guess you could say, the best parts of the film, as opposed to some of the plot points where they killed off our heroes, and they did it early in the movie. Like,
they wanted you to know we about business. Like, they started off in the heat, dog, and like I can respect that. I'm not even mad at it as far as it goes. Like, I was talking with my boy Murder One. That's one of my trainers in wrestling, because we talk about pop culture all the time. He literally was watching this movie like 2 weeks ago. That's what made me think about it again too. On top of that, and he was at the part where I just love the fact that, like, Megatron and Prime, like, when Prime had to roll in on the scene as backup, and he saw Megatron, it was on sight. Yeah. It was like, we've been doing this forever.
Like, they knew, like, this is it.
and then he gets Megatron crazy with the blicky. He gets his hands on the pistol and he's going crazy on Prime. Prime hits the most crazy, like he's talking shit. And one of my favorite bits about it is even the close-ups they get on him. It's so crazy from the cartoon that you see the close-ups on Megatron and Prime, and it's just the scratches and the dents and all that other stuff from the fight. They're so clean otherwise, right? So he's talking all this trash. It's over, Prime. And then he puts that Polish hammer together and comes up with the uppercut on it. I'm like, this is the craziest shot. And then he takes like 3 stories of a fall before like he's just down and out. I'm like, if I ever get caught up in a situation where I gotta die and I gotta go out on my shield, that's kind of a way to do it. He gave everything he got with that shot, man. That was crazy. Like, that was such a good fight. It was such a good fight.
Now, seeing this in the movie theater, sitting next to my best friend and seeing that fight, and then Hot Rod getting in the way, and then Prime getting killed, my best friend next to me bawling his eyes out, and I'm ridiculing him for crying in the movie, but I'm dying inside.
And it's like, maybe it'll be all right. Maybe it'll be all right. Then cut to the first surgery table you've ever seen in Transformers history. And Prime just laying there, chest all open and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then it's like,
Perceptor says, "I fear the wounds are fatal." And in my mind, I'm like, what does fatal mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, but you know it ain't good.
And then, boom, the Autobot Matrix of Leadership comes out, and they had this beautiful music to set it up. And it comes out of his chest, and then again, not to bring wrestling logic in it, but it's like, okay, you got Ultra Magnus over here, right? Ultra Magnus is the guy they want to push. Hot Rod is the guy that is the push.
That's the people's champion.
Right. And you can tell because they have it's an awesome little thing. And I love it about
a little foreshadow.
Prime goes to pass. You already know where I'm going. Prime goes to pass the Autobot, his hand slips. It's falling. Hot Rod grabs it, and you just get this cool shot of just the aura and the light coming over him like they've chosen him. And then he makes the pass to Ultra Magnus, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, whatever. It don't even fit. If you check it, when he puts it in his chest, it don't even fit right when he first does it. He got to hit the adjust, and then it goes. It's like, you're not getting the push, bro. You might be a semi, but you're not getting the push, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening. That's the one right there, Hot Rod. That's the people's champ right there. You just said it.
It's such a great way to put it in perspective.
Yeah, man. I think you were talking about favorite. I think you said at some point it's going to come up the favorite parts. My favorite part is a total throwaway, but I say it all the time, so it's whatever. Like, if we're talking about in an artistic sense of the word, the best part is Hot Rod getting ready to lead the team out of Unicron, and he's standing there, he's poised. He's settled into his push, and everybody has settled into the fact that he's the guy. So when he hits the Transformers, he's like, transform and roll, Autobots, transform and roll out. Everybody's right with it, and Cup's like, I knew you had it in you, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Cup, you a goddamn lie. You didn't know nothing. You couldn't stand him.
That's a big moment for Hot Rod. It's like, nobody says that but Prime. And it's like, but they recognize it, they went with it, they rolled with it. Now the true part for me, if you ask me what my part is, I joke all the time. Again, this is a Murder joke. Murder would always call me Soundwave because, like, if he was Megatron or he would joke he's Galvatron, Soundwave is like, he could always count on him. He had his back, Soundwave. So I would always joke about the fact that when they do the part where they're arguing over who's going to be the new leader of the Decepticons, he's like, nobody would follow an uncharismatic such and such as you. And then that one tape pop out. Hey, no, nobody calls Soundwave uncharismatic.
Uncharismatic.
And means it. And from with his whole chest and means it. Like, what's that trying to do about it? And then when they try to construct, he hits the pop. No way. Not having it.
Oh, so good.
If I call you uncharismatic, you might as well hang it up. I have no love for you.
Did you have any of the toys?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Do you still have any of them?
Probably lying around, like in my archive of toys that I still have. I probably still have my Star Wars figures, the 80s Ninja Turtles figures, and a few of those.
Okay. Ruckus got a pretty extensive collection.
Yeah, I started collecting after the kids grew up and moved out of the house. Because of course, as with the kids, the number of kids that I had, I was always outnumbered, and I never had an expendable income.
You said what, 7?
I had 6. I had 8 total. 6 of my own, and I have 2 stepsons. So it was a blended family. My youngest now is 21, so they're up and out. So a couple of years ago, I actually started to collect on my own, just picking up here and there. And I've got 2 shelves. I've just got another shelf that I need to put together so I can spread them out because I ran out of space. So, yeah. But that's my thing right there. Look at that.
Oh, he's got the copy of it.
Oh, yeah.
How many of those do we have?
How many actual copies? These are just the prints themselves.
Correct.
I've got a whole, like the wall behind me.
Yeah, I can't believe you changed the wall out.
Yeah, I threw a few up there real quick, but I have 128 copies of this.
Yeah, we
not the actual movie, just the movie cover.
Right.
So this movie came out, I believe you went and saw it in the theaters, Ruckus, right?
Yep. August 8th, 1986.
August 8th, 1986. Now, Suge D, let me ask you a question here.
Talk to me.
Are you familiar with who Casey Kasem is?
Yes, Casey Kasem, with the lovely radio voice.
He actually voiced a couple in the movie.
I was about to say, if I know for a fact, Casey Kasem, I'm trying to remember who he voiced. It wasn't the radio one because that was a black actor, if I can recall, who did that one.
He voiced Cliff Jumper.
Yep.
The little red. He was like the red opposite to Bumblebee.
There it is.
Yep.
And there was like 1 or 2 others, small parts.
A few of them would hop voices as far as it goes in that movie and whatnot. But
like, Cliff Jumper got capped in that movie too.
Absolutely. And Casey Kasem, if I think about him the most, I always associate him with Scooby Doo.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Scooby Doo.
Right. Okay. Yep.
And also he did some Batman as well.
Really?
So every week, Sunday morning, it was like a national thing where everybody would listen to the top 40, right? The countdown. Of course. You'd have his long distance dedication, things like that. So what we like to do here is we'd like to take the top 10 of that week, and we're going to go through them and see if you and Ruckus can sing the songs. I'll give you the name and the band, and then we'll start with you, and then Ruckus will jump in and ask some assistance. Right, Ruckus?
Yes, I will let you know that we've only had one guest get all 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The average is 5.
I reserve the right, if you clown my singing voice, to charge up my shot like Galvatron and turn you into ass. Okay? I'm not playing with y'all. Go ahead.
We can make you Jeffrey Osborne in post if we want to. We got you, okay?
Oh, you got the auto-tune?
Yeah.
That's all you had to say.
Hey, I'm a music producer. I got auto-tune. Yeah. I can make it work.
This is true.
You come out looking like Luther Vandross. We got you.
I don't think anything can do Luther, but you can try. Yeah, we can do that.
My, we'll make it good. All right, let's go. Number 10. This one is to me, when I saw this one, it brought me back, and I had to go put this in my Spotify. It is Timex Social Club Rumors. And somebody actually did a spoof on a song called Roaches as well.
I remember it.
Look at all these rumors.
Look at all these rumors surrounding me every day. I just need some time to get away from all these rumors. I can't take it no more. My best friend said, "What up, that's me and the girl next door."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad somebody knew that. That ain't.
Look at all these roaches around me every day.
Do you remember? Did you hear that one as a kid? There's actually a song. There's a spoof. It's a real song. Roaches.
Look at all these roaches.
Yes, it is hilarious. All right, number 9.
YouTube that after this.
Yeah, YouTube roaches.
Give me some Duran Duran. Come on now.
Well, I think we'll quasi get there. Maybe not. Number 9, Bananarama, Venus.
Oh, of course.
All right, what you got?
Your Venus.
I'm your fire, your desire.
See, people be leaving out that piano. That piano be going. Venus. Yeah, man.
That was my favorite part.
This was the era of like, all you need to know is the hook. We don't care about the rest of the
No, that's it. That's it. All right. Speaking of hooks, I think you're gonna have a good one with this. Number 8, Steve Winwood, Higher Love. This hook was massive. Gotcha.
Uh-oh.
Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love.
Oh, bring me.
Dude, the intro on this song alone with the drums, oh my God.
You're doing well. I think you're about to go. I think you're about to have a three-peat here. Number 7, massive hit for a massive movie, which was Top Gun, starring Tom Cruise in 1986. Kenny Loggins, Danger Zone.
Something. Give me through that slow part.
Got in the end. Doom. Danger zone. Bam, bam. Truth.
If you watch Archer and don't know what's going on with the song, you messed up. Well, hold on.
Missing out.
As an aside, real quick, not to take you off track.
No.
Wait, I noticed y'all not censoring language, so it's fine. Nope. Way to lay your on the table, Tom Cruise. They asked him time and time again. No, look, I'm a big movie buff, as you can tell. They asked Tom Cruise time and time again during the pandemic, yo, drop Top Gun 2. Just put it to streaming. And this man, Tom Cruise, was like, hold on, I got to get in the camera so I can do it. I make movies for the big screen. and stood on that and stood on business and then dropped it a Billy. Did a Billy off the sequel to Top Gun. Like, a lot of people would have folded under that pressure, but shout out Tom Cruise. Man.
Marvel didn't get sued for it.
I noticed.
Well,
he knew the Black Widow controversy. Yeah,
he knew that when the whole shutdown, the lockdown was going to be over, that people were going to be flocking to go find things to do because they've been locked down for so long, and that coupled with that sequel. He killed it.
But they really didn't flock to the movies. That was the crazy thing. That was, if you look at it, movie sales have still never fully rebounded. He came out with that and it just fucking banged.
Well, and I'll say this. You have to make something that people want to see.
Yeah.
So that was proof that, no, we can still make money. It's just, you got to really give them something that they want to see. So like I said, shout out Tom Cruise. To me, he saved modern cinema.
I don't disagree with that. And the thing is, most people still wanted to stay home. They gotten so used to all the different streaming services, they didn't want to go out.
Yeah.
And it's gotten to the point now where some streaming services, you can watch the movie the same day it comes out in theaters, right? Yep. All right, number 6. Are you ready? This one, I'm a little curious on this one. Rod Stewart had a massive run in pop music in the 80s. Please this one was Love Touch.
Oh, I was hoping you say Infatuation.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Love Touch.
You just ruined. I had a wavelength and you just ruined it.
I just ruined it. Yeah. That's what it was.
Damn it. It's going to come to me later.
All right. We'll tell you what. We're going to reserve to come back to that one. Okay. All right. The first time ever in the history of this show, SUGE D, we're going to come back to a song.
But that's not how my ADHD works. I remember it when I remember it.
I think you. So I was trying to set you up for that. So when you came back, I didn't say we were going to time sensitive it. Just whenever you're ready to bring it back, bring it back. What the man? Oh my God.
You should be feeling sorry for keeping the wheel right now.
Number 5, Jermaine Stewart. We don't have to take our clothes off.
I know the song. I don't know the melody.
We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time.
Oh,
okay. Y'all gonna hate me for this. I thought that was Gym Class Heroes the first time. The first time I heard it, I didn't know they sampled. I didn't know they sampled.
Hey, that's a lot of times how people discover music, like from the past. So
yep,
it's all
absolutely.
Good. Can't hate on them for it.
All right, now this one, the video for this was massive video. Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Oh man! I was in Brit Rest with them British strong style boys. Oh man! They was hitting the hitting their joint on it. That's Claudio back in the day. There's oh my God.
We just took you back, huh?
Yeah, man.
I wanna be your sledgehammer. Why don't you call my name?
You gotta hit that step every time. That's the one, man. They literally was strutting all over England, making all the money and having banger matches. That was a time. That was
all the money.
Yeah, that was a time, buddy.
All right, number 3. This one had me a little concerned as well. I know this song. I'm a big fan of this person, Belinda Carlisle, who was the lead singer of the Go-Go's.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, there's a documentary about the Go-Go's. I think it's on Amazon Prime. Check it out. It's amazing. Belinda Carlisle is a savage, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people don't know this about her. She's savage. But number 3, Belinda Carlisle, Mad About You.
Mad about you, mad about you, lost in your eyes. Dun, dun, dun,
without you. All right, you not a big fan of Mad About You. Got it?
No, it's just, okay. Forgive me when I say this. I'm not knocking the genre. Yep. Unless it was like a major hit, or it was like Stevie Nicks. A lot of white woman power ballads are very interchangeable to me, especially around that era. So
big hits are Stevie Nicks.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because I'm about to segue into a female artist from the 80s who was a monster talent, and that was Madonna with Papa Don't Preach.
Papa Don't Preach.
I'm in trouble deep. Papa Don't Preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. Oh, keeping my baby.
I'm gonna keep
my baby. Ooh.
Yeah, man. You want to talk about that Immaculate Collection, buddy?
Oh, damn!
Bangers on bangers on bangers. Yo, but shout out to Madonna. She's been making hits decade after, like. She's one of the few artists where it's like, what's your decade of Madonna? Because she has some bangers. Like she from her intro to like, I think the last album that I can remember being like, I really like this album and I didn't know she had that in her was the Confessions on the Dance Floor album. Mm-hmm. That's back-to-back bangers on that one as far as it goes. The MDNA was all right. Like it had some good ones, but man, like Confessions on the Dance Floor, that was a good one. Bedtime Stories, of course, you know, the Immaculate Collection, because that's got all the bangers and everything on it. Like, yo, she had a hellified career, dude.
Yeah, Madonna's been one that has tried to, I shouldn't say try, she has stood the test of time over and over and over again.
She transcends generations.
And every time somebody's like, she's done, she's like, hold my beer. And then she comes out with something. You're like, damn, all right, my bad.
You know? Yo, chill. She still got it.
Yeah. All right. So we're about to go to number 1. But, Shig, I got to ask you a question. Now, this is the part, in all honesty, that we get kind of serious, okay? We really don't joke about this. So I kind of foreshadow it up. So I need to understand, if you could walk me through, are you a fan of the Karate Kid?
Oh my God! Don't do this! Don't do this!
Okay, if you're asking me if I'm like, oh my God, diehard gung ho Karate Kid fan, No, but I've definitely seen all the movies and I've appreciated them. And
Perfect. Okay.
you got to be able to see those in order to enjoy Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. All right, excellent. Now, in having all that knowledge, it is my belief that Daniel was actually the bad guy in the original Karate Kid movie.
You're not the first person to say this. I think there's like a big internet
that's his thing. Yeah,
absolutely. It's absolutely a thing.
It was an illegal kick that he hit him with, though. Like the crane kick was illegal. I've been in martial arts tournaments. It was pretty illegal.
So, Suge, let me ask you a question. If your girl's on the beach and you want to go down and talk to her, right? She's playing a radio, and you just you're at the radio like, hey, let's talk about this. And then some dude comes up and goes, hey, man, don't do that. He takes snacks away from him. You're probably going to stomp his ass, right?
Okay. All right. a part of me is like, the part of me that's like, hey, man, mind your business.
Yeah.
Absolutely agrees with you. On the other side of it, it's like Buddy was being kind of aggressive.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But Prince Valiant should have just held back a little bit longer to see how that played out, right? Like, I don't know. It's just so many things he did. But
there was a lot that was going on in that scene too. Let's not forget there was peer pressure because they were pushing him to go talk to that girl. His buddies were like, "Go talk to her." Goes, "No, man, I'm hungry." And you have to understand that there is no such thing in this film as a white meat baby face, right? He's kind of a little bit of a tweener. Let's be real.
True.
So, but I don't think he was
Johnny or Daniel.
I was talking about Daniel. So I don't see him as.
I will accept that. I don't see
him as a white meat baby face. I see him as a tweener.
I accept that, but a bitch ass tweener. All right, number one.
Wow.
That week.
Oh wow.
From the Karate Kid Part 2 soundtrack. Again, Daniel went and started shitting up in Okinawa this time. Peter Cetera, Glory of Love.
I'm still recovering from That's the best synopsis of Karate Kid 2 I've ever heard. He's like, he went to Okinawa, Japan, and just started shit in a different country. And having toured many countries, I'm here to tell you guys, if you're not from there, please don't start shit. You need to be your best behavior.
Because you won't make it back.
Behavior. There you go. Especially if you're on a work visa. Especially if you're on a work visa. Chill the out.
They should have wiped Round-Eye's ass all up and then just shipped him right back in the fucking box, man, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man, if Karate Kid happened in Chicago, you already know what time it is.
Clap, motherfucker. All right.
Very short movie.
All right, Peter Cetera. What was it again?
Glory of Love.
Okay.
Glory of Love. It was a massive hit.
I haven't thought of this.
I'll start it with, I am a man who will fight for your honor. I am a man
who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of.
That's the name of that song?
Yes.
Oh.
Knowing together, and we did it all for the glory of love. Keeping it will. Beep
boop. Boop beep boop. All right. So in 1986. 1986, we had some popular baby names that year: Christopher, Joshua, Matthew, Michael, Amanda, Ashley, Jennifer, Jessica. Those are some very common names that year.
If you had checked the year before that, you would have heard Sugar Dunkerton.
We probably would have. Apple also introduced the Mac Plus that year. The computer had 1 megabyte of RAM, a keyboard, cursor, and a numeric keypad, and it sold for $2,600, which would be equivalent to right around $7,000 today.
And boy, we were like, I remember back like in the early 90s when we had like the computer class and they had just dropped the floppy disk on you. You know what I'm saying? And they were like, yo, we want to introduce you to this new revolutionary game for education. It's called Oregon Trail. Ooh, drop the mic. Woo! Dysentery.
Everybody died of dysentery.
Oh, my Lord.
Nobody made it to Oregon.
So that year also, Doritos blessed us with the greatest thing known to man, and that was the Cool Ranch flavor of Doritos. So thank you very much, Doritos, in 1986. Hands Across America was on May 25th of 1986. That didn't end up being Hands Across America. It was a lot of chain gaps. It was kind of a failure, but they had massive song behind it, massive publicity. It just didn't live up to the hype. And then also in 1986, in November, a dozen jurors were in an elevator, and they got stuck in the elevator. And they were stuck there for about 20 minutes. And these jurors were on their way to hear a lawsuit against the Otis Elevator Company. How ironic is that?
Oh, that made the decision super simple, I bet, when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think they have to call a mistrial after that, right? They're like, all right, we're done.
You're super biased at this point.
All right, so that brings us out to 1986. Now we have a little thing we like to call show and tell, right, Ruckus?
Yeah, show and tell is kind of like when you were in grade school, elementary school, middle school. And on Fridays, the teacher would say, hey, if you have something that you'd like to share with the class, we have show and tell. Everybody get in a line, make your way up to the front of the class, present your item, and tell the class about it. SUGE D, what you got for us for show and tell this week?
So what I have hiding behind this this strategically placed shot of the Pan-African Championship, which is home is Fight Wrestling in DC. Again, officially PWI recognized championship. It's a little something that I got during a school visit that was done. Ruckus, this will probably hit a little more home for you because you probably didn't notice. It's not like we had a chance to like talk during my multiverse days as a certain Pedro Pena, you know, whatever you want to call it or whatever. But like Jake the Snake has always been one of my favorites. Period. Like I still have like the Survivor Series, like 88, 89 Rumble, all that other stuff like that. So I was drawn to like a lot of the colorful characters. Like one of my favorite wrestlers from that era is Coco Beware. Yes. Like WrestleMania 3, the opening with him and Rick Martel was still one of my favorite opening matches of all time. Mm-hmm. Plus, Coco Beware was singing his ass off on Pile Driver. Like
he was.
That man. When you mispronounce words on the phone with your home, it sounds like an argument. Like, that man said argument. Any song that's got that, or any old school song where the dude he said woman, not woman, but woman, he's singing his ass off. Like, they either gonna get back together or he gonna get the draws. Like, don't worry. He's singing. So, that said, Jake the Snake was like really crazy for me to see on TV because everybody's so colorful, everybody's so loud, everybody's so this, everybody's so that. And Jake the Snake just seemed like somebody that could actually exist and actually do some like terrible things to you.
Yeah.
And in some cases when he was a good guy, at least terrible things to the person that you wanted him to do it against. And I remember Survivor Series 1988 where his whole team gets wiped out. And it's just him. And I think it's 4 other people on the other side of the ring. And the people believe it's like, okay, it's just Jake the Snake. But all that means is 4 DDTs. We can still take it. We can still take it home. And the thing is, it's the way he carried himself. It's the confidence he had in himself. The way he was moving around the ring. It was one of the first glimpses I ever got into ring psychology because he was playing it real close to the ropes. So just in case he got caught up, he could get in the rope so that he could break a decision or whatever it is. Jake was the man. He's the man. He still is. And while I got to do Dark, I appreciate him because I had a match with Lance Archer. And Lance gave me a lot in that match, and I appreciate him for it. He totally didn't have to. You know how Lance works. You've seen him in some of his matches.
Oh, yeah.
He could have treated me like dog meat, and it would have been okay. It would have been within his rights. But, he let me get in there. And Jake is even like, hey, y'all, he's got the gruff. He's like, hey, I figure if you're gonna do all that and everything, just drop kick him into me. I can't bump, but I can stumble for him. I can stumble for the kid and everything. Something he totally didn't have to do. And in 1996, he probably doesn't even remember. but he came to my elementary school.
Wow.
And he was signing autographs. And this was around the time that he got saved. So
wow.
I may have not been in elementary school. It might have been middle or something like that. I'm not giving away my age on here. But the point being, this is around the time when he got saved and he found God and whatnot. He came through. And that's it right there as far as it goes. He's even got the date, February the 27th, 1996. So that would have been just a little bit before the King of the Ring, which of course gave us, you could thump your Bible and you can do all this. And, Augusta, Georgia. And there he is. And I mean,
that's amazing.
I remember it specifically because, you could tell he'd been through a lot, but you could tell he was just happy to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jake, wherever you are, I'm still glad that you are here. I remember watching a documentary one time where you talked about all your friends that you felt like should have lived, and here you are, you're still here. I like to think that you're still here for a reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd like to think that you're proof that sometimes you need a few second chances, but they still count, and they all count. And I thank God for you, or whoever you choose to pray for you. And thanks for your kindness when you totally didn't have to, because you didn't know how that affected you. So,
amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing story.
Yeah,
and I'm going to make sure he sees this. I'm going to make sure he sees this.
Like, are you gonna throw the bat signal out to him, or like, what does that mean?
I'm gonna get myself into a position where I'm gonna allow him to DDT me, and right before he does it, wait, I gotta tell you the story about Suge.
Wait, let me say this. Wait. So Suge, you and I say this because you brought up Lance Archer too, right? And how he was really gracious and everything like that, right? Lance Archer was the first wrestler I ever, like, I guess, quote unquote, hung out with. When it came to doing something. We went to dinner, and he had to have been the nicest guy.
Oh yeah, man.
He was just, and he's done the show before when we were on Twitch. That guy, I just want to say this as well, man. Lance Archer is that guy's an angel. Good for him.
Funny guy. It's just like, again, it's the duality of man. Funny guy, beautiful person. He gets paid to beat people up.
Yeah.
So
on the screen.
There it is.
Yeah. Not a guy I'd want to see in the back alley.
Mike Tyson's a very funny guy too, but he's paid to beat people up. He's very good at both.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. That is absolutely amazing. And Suge, that brings us to the main event, so to speak, is why we're all here, Ruckus.
Yes, it is. Wacky Table Reads. Guys, as you know, every single week we have our guests send us a list of their favorite comedies off the top of their head. Keeping the Will and I choose 2 surprise scenes from that list that we do complete cold scene read reenactments. Now, this week, we're going to be doing 2 scenes. The first one is going to be from the movie Can't Hardly Wait. And the second scene is going to be from the movie Half Baked.
2 of my favorite movies. 2 of my most quoted movies of me and my friends of all time.
And dude, on the half baked subject, okay. I'm not drug free over some straight edge thing or anything to that effect. It's just around the time that I could, like, I didn't know anybody, and I didn't have the kind of money or connects to be able to get into drinking or smoking or alcohol or drugs or whatever. And then by the time I could, I was like, that's a waste of money. I could be doing other stuff. But the amount of stoner comedies and drug music and movies I'll be watching, you would swear. Because I could do Half Baked on the back of my hand, man.
Funny's funny, right? That was before Chappelle hit it big, right?
Absolutely.
And I had 3 of the roommates back then. We watched it every night. I'm not going to say what happened those nights, but we would watch it every night, right? And we got to the point where we actually, each of us was honored with who they were in the movie.
Oh,
right? Like each roommate got their own person. I was the short Puerto Rican.
Scarface.
I was Scarface.
I was always for the heifer with cheese, yo.
Yes. Yo, B, why you gotta make me feel inferior? Because I'm on the grill. Because I was always the angry one. No, it didn't even matter. No matter what we were doing, I was always going to be angry. So yeah, I was Scarface, which I wear that with a badge of honor.
I feel like I would have been the dude on the couch, because it's like I'm just real docile until it's time to drop some knowledge on you, and then it's like, look, don't worry about me. The robbery is what's important now.
Very good. You must focus. Suge, we're gonna make you the honorary guy to couch from that group. Okay, you're in.
I'll be one of the girls standing behind Samson.
Oh, Delilah.
Delilah, give me P37. What? Oh, God.
Oh, God.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with Can't Hardly Wait.
All right.
Now, in this scene in particular, Will, you chose this scene. Set us up and let us know what's going on before we get to this scene.
So the movie itself is a teen movie, right? It's got a couple of different subplots in the movie, right?
One of the best.
Yes, and one of this is Kenny, and Kenny was played by Seth Green, and Kenny is what you would call back then a wannabe, so to speak. Yes, I was not going to say that. But
he was going by Special K.
Yes, Special K. And Kenny, he was bound and determined to have sex at this party, right?
Yes, sir.
So he's out trying to mac on the honeys, and it completely backfires because Kenny's really a clown more than anything, right? He's kind of a joke. He just doesn't realize that he's that joke. So this is him trying to hook up with a girl, and it completely backfires on him.
Great segue. So narrating and playing the part of the party dude will be Keeping It Will. I will be playing the role of the girls that Kenny's trying to hit on, Ashley and Gina. And Kenny, Special K, will be played by SUGE D. Now, guys, SUGE just got these scripts this afternoon. Keeping It Will got these scripts this afternoon. We have not done any rehearsals whatsoever. We've not discussed anything. We just pulled the scripts up as we're speaking right now. So I will say anything highlighted in yellow is narration. Anything in green highlights is an action on screen. We good with that?
We good with that. Let's dance.
All right. Here we go. Can't Hardly Wait. Kenny's trying to pick up some chicks. Keeping It Will, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
SUGE D, you ready?
Yeah, man. Like, just the character I was born to play.
That's right. That's right.
Let's get it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, scene.
Kenny is at the party, decides he's going for it, and tries his pickup game on a few of the girls there.
Yo, Ashley. Damn, you look beautiful.
Thanks.
Yo, check this out. I was reminiscing today, right? I was thinking about that time in 7th grade. We was all playing Spin the Bottle at Lynn Eckers' house. You remember that?
I guess, yeah.
Well, yeah, you and me, we never did get that kiss, right? But I had this mad flashback, and you were staring at me all night, kind of giggling with your girlfriends. You remember that?
Oh, I do remember. And then you were eating Cheetos.
Yeah.
And then that orange stuff was all stuck in your braces and nobody wanted to tell you. So you just kept on eating them. And oh my God, Lynn, I thought it was Lynn, and I thought it was the funniest thing. Lynn, come over here. Oh my God, I'm telling Kenny over here how we used to call him Chester Cheetah.
What you laughing at?
Cheetah. Rah.
Bye, Chester.
Bye, Chester. Kenny makes his way through the party, sees a couple more girls, and tries again.
Yo, what's up, lady? Yo, Gina, you want to dance?
I'm allergic.
Allergic to dancing?
Yeah.
Gina walks away. The music is hitting in the background, and Kenny tries some more dance moves and motions to another girl as if he's got her on the fishing line. She leaves as well. Kenny has failed.
And scene. This is a tale for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us.
The part that I was hoping the guy it would have got to was the bit like, why you always wasting my flavor?
So, wait, time out. That was actually going to be in there, right? And then we kind of were like, all right, we're going to bring you back, and we're going to go deep into it. So the next time when you come back later down the road, you send a scene and we'll do it. I'm in.
Can't hardly wait though, man. Oh my God, it's such a time capsule of a movie, but it's still funny. It's still fun, and the soundtrack hits like hits.
Do you know what scene I wanted you to do? The one where he's trying to pick up Amanda. Ethan Embry's trying to pick up Amanda, and the dude's like, "Hey man, you remember that time?"
Oh my God, the yearbook dude.
Yeah, he's like, "No," it's like, "You bullcorn." It's all about the memories, man.
And then, oh yeah, dude, like he came in at like the most. That was crazy too because he got with Sabrina, like Melissa Joan Hart, because the both of them were so caught up on the yearbook, and they were like,
yes.
"Oh my God."
Oh,
of
yeah.
course. But of course, if it wasn't for that movie, I wouldn't have love for the song 6 Underground by the Sneaker Pimps. That particular version of it, because of course,
Take me down.
Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt with the entrance, with the wind, all that.
The
good
wind,
stuff.
you gotta have the wind.
And then, of course, I wouldn't know all the words to Paradise City.
I know that
boy
song.
Killed it.
I know that song.
Oh boy killed it. He's like, yo, I was just thinking if he gonna wear the shirt, maybe I should wear the hat. He's like, yo, man, Love Burger was the best band to ever play a song.
Yes. So that brings us to Have Faith. We ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, set the scene up for us, keeping it Will.
All right, so this one is for those of you. I think mostly everybody should have seen this movie already, but if you haven't, it's basically 4 guys who are stoners, and one of their buddies gets in trouble with the law and ends up in jail, and they're trying to get some money up to get their buddy out of jail. They start selling weed, and they eventually get busted. And what they do is they made a deal with the police, right, to set up the main dealer, Samson, right? Mm-hmm. No. To get him out, right? So they're trying to get him to admit that he's selling drugs, and things go very bad very quick.
Yes, they do.
All right. So
Lord
narrating and playing the role of Scarface and Brian is keeping it Will. I will be playing the role. I will be playing the role of Samson and cop number 1, and Thurgood / Sir Smoke-A-Lot and cop number 2 is SUGE D.
All right.
I feel good about this one.
I feel great about this one. I'm so excited. Suge, great picks, man. You got me so happy today. My heart is full, okay?
I be trying, man.
All right, here we go. Half Baked. Keeping it Will, you ready?
Yes.
SUGE D, you ready?
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, scene.
The guys are set to try and buy drugs from Samson while wearing a wire. This don't exactly go according to plan.
The narrator. All right. You know, it ain't always good to get high before you have important things to do. Lucky for us, cops had our backs.
Ooh. The guys are super high and walk into a main room to meet with Samson, who is sitting and has a group of women at either side of him.
Hello, boys.
Hi, Samson.
Hi, Samson.
So, where's the money?
Right here in my bag.
Samson, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you know where we can score some cocaine?
You want some candy?
No, thanks. But it'd be great if we could get some cocaine. The cops are also super high, listening on the wire from the van, and they too are super high.
Those guys are doomed. I can feel them.
Meanwhile, back at Samson's place, the guys continue to try and make the exchange. Samson begins tossing the product on the floor in front of them.
What we have here is some Colombian heaven.
You mean pure cocaine?
Candy makes you dandy.
Yo, this is all the cocaine we can get for 10 G's, B?
Oh, well, we have other product.
Like more cocaine.
And that is...
Fine China.
Looks like heroin to me, yo.
Yeah. Is that heroin?
You got to be the dumbest dealers in the history of the dope game.
Oh, you mean the game that you run, yo?
Jesse, call me Jesse Owens.
Hey, Jesse, can we get some cocaine to get the hell out of here?
Okay.
Can I buy some of your heroin too?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well, all right. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you very much for the heroin and the cocaine. Here's your money.
Very good. Empties the money from the bag onto the floor where the drugs are. The guys continue to laugh and congratulate each other.
All right. Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
The cops are still in the van laughing uncontrollably while the guys continue repeating their code word to signal the cops.
You're all the Mary Jane I'll ever need.
Abracadabra, yo. Abracadabra, man.
Abracadabra.
Boy, why do you keep saying that?
What? Abracadabra?
Yes, abracadabra.
It's the latest slang, man. All the kids are saying it, right? Abracadabra, man. Hey.
Slim, take off your shirt.
Samson, I hardly know you.
Ladies.
As the guys all start yelling abracadabra, the ladies grab each of them. They grab their good shirt and tear it open, revealing a wire.
As an aside, you have to say this part with a certain inflection. Unfortunately, I know that inflection. Abracadabra!
You're dead, all of you.
Hey, fellas, let's beat these music.
Oh, shit.
Nah, look, there's two parts on that Samson bit. Like, that scene is complete inflection. It ain't even what they're saying, it's how they're saying it. The two Samson lines for you that always get me, he's like, that right there is some fine china.
Fine china.
He like, Babaloo. He had that part on the end. And then the part at the end, they do that serious shot where he's in on him. He's like, you're dead. All of you. It's like he hits it, but he's got to confirm. It's like all of you, not just him. All of you.
All of you.
Oh, my God.
It was so great.
That movie is so much about inflections because they're not saying shit in this movie. It's just how committed they are to the stuff they're saying. It's so great. It's so great.
Woo, fantastic. SUGE D, tell everybody where they can find you at these days. Anything that you've got coming up, anything you want them to know at all, the floor is yours.
So at Sugar Dunkerton on Twitter, at Sugar Dunkerton, FASHO, that's pronounced for show, not face show. It's for show, for the pool challenge as far as it goes. We have to throw that in there. Sugar Dunkerton bro at gmail.com. You can send all the emails and the whatnots, the booking inquiries, or you could DM me on any of the ones that I mentioned before and whatnot. ProWrestlingTees.com/Sugar Dunkerton. That's where some of my new designs and my old designs are. Feel free, drop some money in. It's nice. You'll get some fashion in return. I think that's a good equal exchange of things that's going on. And then if you're looking for me, I'm all over. Around this time frame, I believe, you can be catching me at Action. You can be catching me at Action Wrestling. You can be catching me at TWE, which is in Tennessee. February is going to be a really big month for me because Ashe Wrestling is going to be back again in Charlotte, North Carolina. Fight Club DC. I will be defending this all through February.
I was going to say, shout out Pan-African champion.
Yes, sir. We got to make sure we get the visibility on that. Plus, if you're a magazine collector and it's still on stands, you can go to PWI. You can go to PWI's website, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. You can get the digital version of this where they do a write-up on me winning this exact championship. Or if it's still on newsstands by then, you can grab a copy if I haven't bought all of them already, so that I can bring them home to my mom and like, yeah, I am doing something with my life, Mom. Yeah.
Amazing. SUGE D, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on. You are always welcome on the show. We got to do another live watch-along of Transformers, the 1986 animated film, and have you as a guest. We'll do it live on Twitch so we can commentate and give our little points all the way through. I think it'd be fantastic. Oh, I'm always up to watch that movie again. I actually just watched it last week. So, but yes, thank you so much. Been a great sport, been a great time. Ladies and gentlemen, SUGE D.